let's talk about Dustin Rhodes, who is still going strong at 52 in AEW. Dustin isn't his dad, but his career has been very good, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. But no one's been Dusty Rhodes' career. So
Right.
that's nothing. That's nothing against Dustin. Dustin done very well.
Now, how tough is it to be Dusty Rhodes' son, especially his first son, breaking in at a time when Dusty was still very visible in the business?
Tough. Just as tough as it was for Ashley with me. As far removed as I have been from wrestling, I'm as far removed as I had been when she started, it was very tough.
What were your impressions of Dustin's?
As is any as is any second generation kid whose parent is good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, talk about your tough act to follow. And I remember when Dustin broke in, he did some stuff with Kendall Windham. I think they were the Texas Outlaws or something like that. What were your impressions of Dustin very early? Because there was the impression that Dusty, who was the booker then, was going to push him no matter what.
Mark, to be honest, I don't really remember that well. But, he won't be the first booker that pushed their son. So, you know what I mean?
Bill Watts and Eric Watts at the same time, pretty
exactly,
much.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. But at the end of the day, Dustin pulled it off. And that's all
No
that matters.
question.
Yeah, he's had a fabulous career. And he's still going strong. And more than anything, he seems to be very happy with it.
Well, yeah, no question. He's training wrestlers now, which we'll talk about in just a second. But I want to talk about when he was Goldust, because I loved Goldust. It was a mid-card act, but it was a great mid-card act. It was something very different. And Dustin didn't seem to have a problem doing what was, at the time, a controversial gimmick.
No, he was not just good at it. He was great at it.
Yep.
It was controversial, but it's only controversial to people who think like that. Okay. At that time, I've seen a lot worse go down, and the kid made it happen. He was great at it. And when Dusty first called me and told me, he said, "Watch Dustin tonight, man." I went, "Okay," and I turned it on. I went, "Shit, this is pretty damn cool." I've never asked Dustin. I bet his dad came up with that.
I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if he did as well. But I love the Goldust gimmick.
Yeah.
If it was controversial, it was because some people were narrow-minded. But I was told there were some wrestlers that refused to work with him because of the character's connotations. Do you know if that's true?
I've never heard that.
I know one who did for sure, but maybe I'll say who that was in St. Louis when we're shooting.
Who is it?
Can't tell you.
Okay.
You have your secrets, I have mine.
Well, my secret, I'll tell you, first of all, you know what my secret is, so I don't know what yours is.
I'll tell you after the show.
Okay, all right.
Is Dustin
Save it for St. Louis.
What?
Save it for St. Louis.
That's right. We'll tell all in St. Louis.
Woo!
Still got some general admission tickets left, by the way. I think Jim Hurd should have to pay to get in.
I do too, most definitely.
He should have to either pay to get in or dress as a gladiator.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
and open his mouth, the first three words should be, "I'm sorry, Rick."
There you go. I agree. How would you rate Dustin's work? I think he matured into a very, very good worker. His dad wasn't a classic worker per se, although he knew exactly what to do. But Dustin turned out to be different in the ring. What do you like about his work?
He can do anything. He's very versatile. He can work big. He can work small. And that if you know what I mean by that, he can work with a big guy. He can work with a small guy. If he can't do it, he can take it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
If he can't physically do that move, technically, he can take anything from anybody, and that's more important sometimes than being on the offense. I think he's really good.
Dustin runs a wrestling academy now, and I'm sure he's great at that, no question. He gets it. He gets the business.
Oh, he does, most definitely. Most definitely. And he's respectful. He's nice. Cody and Dusty raised those boys right. They're just really both incredible young men.
Now, we talk about how some wrestlers don't even know how to punch and kick. Dustin throws a great punch, doesn't he?
Yep.
One of the
Yes,
best.
he
I
does.
think it's his trademark almost.
Yep. It certainly does.
What's it take to throw a great punch?
For me, it took hanging a string, which Ray Stevens told me to do, in a doorway, and hitting it until it doesn't move. And then you tell the guy. Then you tell the guy before you get in the ring or in the match when you slow down, don't move. Because everybody, you see a fist coming at you wide open, your inclination is in real life, of course, you're gonna flinch. I need you to hold still or I'm gonna bust your jaw.
How many guys did hold still though, and how many guys flinched?
No, after the people that worked with me after I was a proven factor, nobody flinched. You know what I mean? But the first time around, a guy's gonna flinch because I can make it look like I'm killing you. I still can.
So in between all the drinks,
as evidence of my great comeback in Mexico.
Right,
On Conan,
no question.
on Conan, left, right, chop, hook, boom.
So let me just make sure I have the whole story straight. Between all the drinking and all the late nights and all the parties and all the women, you still somehow found time to hang a string from a doorway in a hotel room and punch it.
No, that was in the infancy of my career.
Okay, I was going to say because
Infancy.
after a while your priorities,
Yes,
got to where they should be.
Yeah, the string would have never been first.
From Pete, talk about his title versus title match with Rick Martel. I think that was 85 in Japan. NWA title versus AWA title. What do you remember about that match?
Oh, it's great. We stole the show. Do not give two Americans. I wrestled Steamboat over there and Rick Martel. They could not follow it. They gave
What do you remember about it?
We stole the show. That's all I have to remember. Martel was a working fool.
Well, 60-minute draw, right?
Yeah, listen. So I go. Gino Brito brings me into Montreal to wrestle Rick, right? And for the NWA championship. And Rick and I are friends, and he was good friends with Piper too. And what's the town just outside of Montreal?
There's a bunch. Verdun?
No, bigger.
Trois-Rivières? I don't know.
Okay, let's say it was Montreal. So it was either an hour or I beat them. And they fought it all night long. We went in the ring at 12:15 for an hour.
12:15 a.m.
Yep.
Why did it take that long to get in the ring? Were all the other matches that long?
Because I don't know whether it was Rick or whether it was Brito or Bravo who was overrunning that thing then. He didn't want to put me over.
Martel didn't want to put you over.
I don't know whether it was Rick and just didn't want to tell me, or whether it was Bravo and Brito. Gino, I can't remember his name. Gino Brito.
But why did it take you so long to get in the ring, Rick? Maybe I missed something. Were the other matches that long, or was there a big gap?
They dragged it out. They dragged it out. They made the show that long.
Wow.
Yeah.